No, this is not carbonara, ladies and gentlemen. This is a saffron pasta. And to be honest, it could be better than carbonara. Oh, I said it. This is as good as carbonara, if not better and easier. I'm gonna show you today how to make it a very easy way. And I do use a cheating ingredient. To make this fantastic creamy saffron pasta, we need the saffron. I used about 1 teaspoon, even more than 1 teaspoon of saffron. Be generous with the saffron, okay? And do not use saffron powder, use real saffron, please. I've got 300 grams of spaghettoni, thick spaghetti. You can use normal spaghetti, but the thicker spaghetti, the best. I have about 150 grams of guanciale, the pig cheek. The skin has been removed, so it's 150 grams of pure meat. If you want to make it vegetarian, just don't use it. Or you can use asparagus, you can use zucchini, or you can use shrimps, up to you. You can use any ingredient that you want to add into this pasta. 2 cloves of garlic, 1 per person, 50 grams of grated pecorino cheese. I have about 50 grams of butter. I don't normally use butter in pasta, but in this recipe, I like it. Pepper and lots of love. First thing to do is to get boiling water and put it in a glass. Let's say we want to do a half standard glass of boiling water. And now we add the saffron in the boiling water. See, the color is changing. What we do now, we use a spoon, we stir it, and the smell comes out, the beautiful aromas from the saffron are coming out, and I love it. For me, this process should be done in the morning or even the day before, simply because we want this water to become dark and full of saffron flavors. You can do it just before you make the pasta, but keep in mind, the longer you keep it in the water, the better it is. All right, now we want to cut the guanciale into strips. So as you can see, I remove the skin. We don't want to use the skin for the guanciale, okay? And now this is up to you. You can remove this part, which is full of pepper and flavors. I remove it because it could be a little bit too much. But please feel free to leave it on. You can see the pepper comes off easily, see? Comes off really, really easily. So you don't really want to remove any fat or meat. But yeah, I think that's good. So what we're going to do now is to cut the guanciale into strips, like if we're making a carbonara. See, I like to cut the guanciale like this, thin, not too thick, not too thin. And then what we do is we cut it into strips, just like that. I love saffron so much. I think my favorite way to have saffron is with the risotto. Just nice rice and saffron. Don't go wrong with that, just simple. I actually made a ricotta and saffron cheesecake once. More than cheesecake, was like a ricotta cake. Beautiful. Time to cook the guanciale. We get a nice stainless steel pan or copper pan. On a medium-low heat, we put the guanciale in there. Cook this. We don't want to burn the guanciale, okay? Do not make the mistake to cook the guanciale on a high heat. I think gentle cooking is what you want. It's interesting because I feel like I'm making a carbonara, and at the end, it will look like a carbonara, but it's not. The smell that the guanciale releases, oh, it's just beautiful. If you're a meat lover, you will love this smell. What we want to see here is the fat melting and turn into oil. The guanciale is already full of flavors. You do not need butter or garlic. It's something I like to add on because it's not carbonara, so I can do it. Great, 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 great. What we do now, we put this aside. So we put the guanciale and the oil aside. The reason why is because we're going to use the oil to give flavor to the pasta and the guanciale for final decoration. Now it's time to boil the thick spaghetti. Here I have a nice large amount of water in a large pot, and we use 1 tablespoon of sea salt. Here are the spaghetti. A very key moment is when you boil the pasta, okay? So you don't want to cook the pasta all the way, okay? If the packaging says cook the pasta for 10 minutes, don't do that. Cook it for 8 minutes, 2 minutes before. Take the pasta out of the boiling water 2 minutes before, and we put it in the pan with the butter and the garlic. And we finish off cooking the pasta in the pan. So when the pasta is in, make sure you push it inside the water and quickly stir. You don't want the spaghetti to get stuck at the bottom. In the next 12 minutes, we do this about 3 times to make sure the spaghetti are not stuck. If for any reason your spaghetti gets stuck, just scrape them down, okay? You don't want them to be stuck at the bottom. If the pasta gets stuck at the bottom of the pot, you scrape the ends. Scrape the ends. Look at this beautiful spaghetti. They're nice and al dente. You know what? They need to go in the butter and garlic right now. We can't wait any longer. Let's get some pasta water first. We never know. Maybe we need some. Now we're going to use the same pan we cooked the guanciale in. On a low heat, please. We're going to add the butter. I'm using butter in this recipe, unbelievable. And we're going to crush the garlic. Get a garlic crusher and crush it. I know lots of American friends will be happy with me today because I'm adding butter into this recipe. And I'm doing this for you guys. It's kind of cleaning the pan. Now the butter is going to help us to clean the pan. The reason why we do this on a low heat is because first, we don't want to burn the butter. And second, we want to give flavor to the garlic. So now the garlic and butter are making love together and release beautiful flavors. Oh, look at that, guys, the smell of butter and garlic together. Oh, the garlic is beautiful and golden. The spaghetti can go in. Yes, yes. Quickly stir. Quickly stir the spaghetti. What we want to do is we add a little bit of pasta water. We don't want the spaghetti to get stuck. This is all happening on a low heat, okay? So here we go. The butter is making love with the pasta. So we're already adding a little bit of creaminess to this pasta, okay? Now what we do is we add the oil from the guanciale. This is gonna add more flavors. Great, you don't need that black pepper there. And now let's stir. We want the guanciale oil to give flavors to the pasta. This is already creamy, guys. I've only got butter, garlic, and oil from the guanciale, and this pasta for me, it's already good, ready to be served. But this is the moment we've been waiting for. Look how beautiful the color of saffron is. The more you keep the saffron in the water, the better it gets. Now let's put the saffron in. We'll put all the saffron in. And stir. I want the spaghetti to become orange, to get a beautiful saffron color. Let's go up on a medium-high heat. Let's put the fire up. Keep stirring until it becomes nice and creamy. Can you see the color is changing? Can you see how dark the pasta is getting? This is what you want to achieve. When you get to this point, see that you have that much liquid. That liquid is gold, okay? You want this liquid, okay? That liquid is gold. So this means that we can switch off the stove and add the cheese and serve, because you do need this much liquid in there. Look at the color of this beautiful pasta. Let's switch off the stove and let's finish this off. Let's put a little bit of pecorino in there. Let's put a little bit. Oh, ooh. Look guys, it's snowing pecorino. Oh, it's raining pecorino. Let's put some of the guanciale, but not all of it. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. It looks like a carbonara, does it? It does. Oh, this is how you make a fake carbonara. The gold water, it's so important because it melts the cheese. You see it's drying up? Let me put a little bit more pasta water. And now I can stir. This is my favorite part of the video recipe. I have to eat it straight in the pan. I can't wait for this to go in the plate. Look at that. Ooh. Saffron is a beautiful, delicate ingredient, and I believe it takes everything to the next level. The next challenge for me will be to make a carbonara with saffron. How amazing would that be? Time to plate these beautiful spaghetti. Oh yeah, they need to be eaten right now. Beautiful cream on top of the spaghetti here. Oh yeah, beautiful. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna top this off with guanciale, like if you're making a carbonara. I can't help myself. I love pecorino cheese so much. So it's raining pecorino. It is so Moorish. My God. Do I like this more than carbonara? Oh my God, I think so. Guys, please write a comment below. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Am I going too far to say it's better than carbonara? I don't know. You need to try it. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I will see you on the next Vincenzo's Plate video recipe. E ora si mangia. Vincenzo's Plate.